Hello friends, this is Ben Adam, the spiritual counselor, always excited to bring to you the revelatory message of spirituality. I want to say a very big thank you for those who have decided, who have been supporting this channel, and even those who have been following us on Instagram. So many persons have always expressed gratitude and sometimes testimonies about some of the tremendous things that God has been doing on this platform. And as I've always said, that you must not relent, you must not relax, because the fact that you are having testimonies is not an indication that the enemy has given up on you. But I also want to say congratulations to all those who have been carrying out Christ talking. He said we should not only be hearers but doers of this word. And the objective of this channel is to bring us to the place of spiritual emancipation, wherein you'll be able to carry out, to know God for yourself and know some of the bite-sized things wherein you can do that can propel our lives. Today we want to talk about something really powerful. It is called the spiritual process of buying back your glory. Whatever maybe you went to do a contract somewhere, or you did something, or you had a covenant with someone, and you feel that an aspect of your life was tempered with, apparently maybe your star, apparently maybe an aspect, whatever, you feel that this is not your position, this is not who you are, this is not who you're supposed to be, there is something missing somewhere. Today I want to teach us how you can break out from such spiritual enslavement through the use of meat and scent leaf. Stay with me, I'll be right back. Okay, so for this process, we're going to be needing fresh meats. This is fresh meats. This is beef, cow meat. We're needing fresh cow meat. And you will also be needing scent leaf. There is so much about scent leaf in spirituality. Scent leaf represents a whole lot about spirituality. Scent leaf speaks of spiritual detox. Scent leaf is used as a plant of fragrance, is used to restore, is used to cleanse, is used for so many things. I said it some seasons ago on this platform that in where I come from, when people are experiencing pile and you feel that it has so much to do with a spiritual projection, because there are certain sicknesses, I like you to understand, there are certain sicknesses you see, they are not just sicknesses. They could be manifesting like sicknesses, but they are spiritual arrows. They are spiritual strongholds that have been projected into the lives of certain people. And so probably it could come out like malaria, it could come out like pile, it could come out like whatever, diabetes, and consistently you have been treating this thing. But it appears that the more you are treating, the less you are seeing the result. There is more deterioration the more you're taking drug, until you address the spiritual aspect of that sickness. You may never see result. And so there are certain sicknesses you see, they are not just sickness. So one of the things through which you can use to expel such kind of spiritual harm, probably when you've identified that this thing is not normal, this thing is not just an ordinary sickness, is through the use of scent leaf. There's a whole lot about scent leaf, and so you'll be needing scent leaf, and also you'll be needing salt. Now, should you feel, maybe you feel in the process of your destiny that something had gone out of you. There are some of us, either maybe we went to places, they gave us certain things to eat, and the food that we ate, there are certain incantations, there are certain invocations that was done into that food, that as you ate it, an aspect of your life was taken out of you. And probably maybe in your dream or whatever it is, you know that there is something about your life. This is not how things used to be. Things used to propel for you. Things used to move as it's supposed to be. But presently, you cannot understand. You've done this contract, you've done this business, you've done this project, yet there are no headway. It appears that everything is blocked. You're going to need this meat. So you cut this meat into 16 pieces. 16 is the number of restoration. 16 is the number of wealth. 16 is the number of victory. 16 is the number of multiplication. 16 is the number of abundance in spirituality. And so you cut this meat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 16. You cut it into 16 pieces. Now you will boil this meat. You put a little quantity. Of course, you get water. You wash it very well. You include a little quantity of salt in it, only salt. You are not going to cook this meat with anything. You will not put pepper, you will not put Maggi, you will not put anything, only salt. You're going to put just salt and you cook it at the end of it. Now at the end, once it is soft, you will get this scent leaf. You put it inside water. You will take some few quantity of it. See? Get some few quantity. If you have a blender, you could blend it. You put it inside this, something like this. If you have something like this, if you have a grinding stone, when you're doing a spiritual thing, it's always very necessary to use things that have an affinity with the earth. So you could use something like this, or you could use those traditional grinding stones. In some places wherever you are in different parts of the world where you can have access to that, you could have something like this. When you're doing spiritual item, it's always very important to use something that has an affinity with the earth. So you could get something like this and you pound it. You pound it in this thing. Don't use blender. You could use blender if you don't, but it's preferable you use something like this in the absence of the grinding stone. Then once you're done, you take a little portion of this leaf. You will not put this leaf whilst you are cooking the meat. Once the meat is done, only salt you put. Once the meat is done, you blend this, you pound this leaf, make it very little, and you put it inside the, what's the name? Put it inside the meat, and you sit down. You get a plate. You sit down in front of your house. You open the door of your house and you consume. You make prayers into it using Job chapter 42, verse number 10 to number 12. Job chapter 42, verse 10 to 12. You make prayers into it. Whatever was taken from me, whatever was stolen from me spiritually, as I eat this thing, let it be restored. Let it be restored. And you make that prayer. You call your name 3 times. You make that prayer and you ensure you eat everything. Everything with that scent leaf. You eat everything. And once you are done, you will get money. You make prayers on that money. You go buy whatever you want to buy and you share it to beggars. Share it to the beggars, to poor people or whatever around you. Get money, you buy some things on that money. As you carry out this prayer, you would see the manifested power of the Almighty. This has been Adam, the spiritual counselor. Bye for now.